Hello, welcome to Meditation Nerd. Sorry, we're having some technical issues, so the picture might be a little fuzzy. That's just the bandwidth that I've got with everything I'm asking my laptop to do. We are showing live. I've got green on one system. YouTube is telling me something else, so we're just gonna roll with it. Welcome to another Naked Pause. Figured we could get together before well, I mean, I guess technically we're in the holiday season. I have a very contentious relationship. A lot of mixed emotions come with the holiday season for me. So I tend to just kind of let it be. It's, you know, another day. That's my approach to it. So, no offense to anyone who celebrates. Congratulations. I'm happy you do. I personally do not. Again, my relationship to the holiday season is very contentious. So, I thought we could check in, see how we're feeling, see where our practice is showing up, where we want it to show up more, where it's not showing up enough. Give me 1 second. I gotta let my little furry friend out here. There you go. Love you. All right. Sorry. Okay. So you can go ahead and close your eyes. You can soften your gaze, whichever feels right. We're not going to do a traditional tune in. I just want you to check in with your body as you think about your meditative practice as a whole. We'll bring the holiday season in just a moment. I want you to just connect with how your body's responding to your meditative practice in and of itself. And then we're just going to start with the somatic feeling in your body first. Then we'll kind of break it up a little bit. And because we're only doing 5 minutes, I'll move through these a little bit faster. Now, as you've connected to what's going on in your body in relation to your overall practice, I want you to notice where it feels strongest. So, again, what happens in your body? Is there a lightening? Is there a more grounded feeling? Do you feel more uplifted? And then the flip side of that, I want you to notice where you feel your meditative practice isn't showing up enough, whether it's because you feel it's not doing what you want it to or what you hoped it would. Again, I want you to notice the somatic response, connect to those feelings because these are going to be your they're your internal flares, right? To let you know where more work remains. And if you need to take a step back, take a step back. This is not necessarily a deep dive. This is meant to be an elevating practice. It's just a weekly practice to check in with your meditation as a whole. Okay, and then I want you to let the meditative practice itself go for right now. So sit it aside for a moment. And I want you to think about I want you to notice what happens in your body when you think about the holiday season. So, what happens somatically? And it's okay if there's a lot of mixture going on in there. That's okay. Just kind of, call it out, notice what's happening. Inhale, exhale, don't hold your breath, relax those shoulders. If there's a tense spot, breathe into it. Do your best not to clench around it, acknowledging that there's a tense spot. If I can get my teeth around that, that's perfect. This isn't necessarily about healing anything, it's just about noticing where our hangups are physically showing up. Okay, now with the somatic experience of the holidays, I want you to bring to mind the strength in your meditative practice. And we're gonna try to blend these two things. Okay. So keeping the tension of the holiday season. Tension here is not necessarily positive or negative. It's simply attention, right? There you're keeping that in your mind, and I want you to also bring in the strength of your meditative practice and notice if that causes any shifts, if that eases some of the tension, if it blends a little bit more easily, if there's a lightness that happens. Just breathe. Inhale, exhale. And if you don't notice any blending here, that's perfectly fine as well. We're going to come back to one thing here at the end. And I want you to come back full circle to your meditative practice. And I want you to sit with it as a whole. And I want you to ask yourself, of the aspects that show up the strongest, which one will show up for you the most strongly during the holiday season? And just notice what happens, notice what comes up. And if you've already got it, perfect. Just a couple more breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Okay. And then with that in mind, I want you to notice um, as you're going about the holiday season, right? Check in with yourself somatically. Notice what's happening within your body. That is the moving meditation, right? That's the whole point of meditation, to be present fully in each moment. And then for anybody that's going into, maybe it's a more contentious situation, front load that strength that came up for you in your meditation when you're stepping into that. So, whatever that aspect is, maybe it's listening to a mantra before you head to wherever you're going, or if people are coming over, maybe it's your first time hosting the dinner and you feel stressed, maybe play that mantra. Um, Maybe it's just grounding in your breath. Whatever it was that came up for you, think about putting that out first. Rely on that. Think of that as your touchstone. So if things start to feel more stressful or things go sideways, whatever the case may be, right? You can reach for that and know that it will help and ground you. For anybody that didn't have something that came up immediately, that's perfect too. It means that there isn't necessarily something that's jumping out at you that can be a touchstone necessarily. Maybe yours is more nuanced. I know that in certain situations I need a layered approach, such as a mantra with the EFT tapping, right? So notice what has helped you in the past and either alternate or pair them up and try it live. That's basically what I do. That's pretty much my my whole default setting is to, all right, well, let's see how much my meditation can show up for me here. So give that a try. Feel free to come back and share anything that you feel comfortable sharing. And thank you for showing up for our weekly naked pause to just check in with our meditative process as a whole, see where it's working, see where it's not. And something I forgot to mention at the start, if when we do our naked pauses and you're noticing an area that is no longer showing up for you or doesn't feel like it's needed, let it go. Ask, okay, am I holding on to this because it will be needed later, or am I just holding on to this because it did work for me at one point? Listen to what the answer is. If the answer is to let it go, honor that, let it go. It doesn't mean that that's going to just disappear from your memory and you won't ever be able to access it again. It just means, that now, right now, maybe you just need to unclench from that so something else can flow in. There's no telling. Maybe it will pair better with an additional step, but you need to unclench in order for that additional step to flow in. That's kind of the beauty of meditation. It adapts as we do. So just wanted to call that out for anybody that needed a reminder. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you next time.